Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wind Waker. I am Shaddy Productions, and in the last episode, we finally got to Dragon Roost Island, and we met these lovely Rito people. But before we help them with any of their problems, we're gonna help them deliver some mail. Well now, I've not seen your young face before. Nope, don't believe so. You wouldn't be here in response to our posting for some part-time help, would you? Yes, I came here to deliver mail. So this minigame is completely optional, it's just for a heart piece. All you really need to do is match the symbol of the letter to the box that you're throwing it in, press A. It's pretty simple, pretty easy to get the hang of. And eventually you're going to need to get 25 in the 25 or more in the time limit that they give you. But I don't think you want to do it on your first try, because I think this only counts towards your, well, I still got 25 on my first try, but, yeah, he's only going to give us 12 rupees. That makes no sense, but once you do that, you can come back, and this time you got to get 20 or more. Still pretty easy. Oh. See, sometimes it does that if you're get a little too excited. As you can clearly see, I'm very excited about this minigame. It really helps once you practice. You kind of get the hang of nope. You kind of get the hang of where everything is. Yeah, once you don't have to think too much about where everything is, it becomes a lot easier. Otherwise, you'll just be looking down and then back up at the screen. Now, I think we need to get 25, and this time it'll actually count for something. Yep. Alright, so I'm not sure if I'm going to get this on my first try. I really got lucky the first time I did it. This is actually kind of challenging to do. And for this one, I would really recommend pretty much memorizing where everything is. It makes everything so much easier. And a lot of it's really luck based. Like if you'll get maybe 3 or 4 in a row that's just the same one, it'll obviously be a lot faster. Alright, so I got it that time. 26! Ho ho ho! You have amazing coordination! Seriously, I'm stupefied, incredulous. We veterans do this all day long, and even we have a hard time reaching that amount. I've got to give you more money, got to! 3 rupees per letter comes to 78 rupees. How does that sound? That sounds friggin' fantastic. I thought you looked like the lad that Chieftain was talking about. In that case, I should have expected you to be able to pull off something like this. I've heard all about you. Yes, I sure have. You've had a rough time, Kevin. I feel bad making you help us. But hey, things are looking up. Our new helper's just arrived. Maybe you can give him some advice the next time you come by. So, he's basically firing us. Well, whatever. That's a pretty decent way to grind for money if you're good at it. I filled up my wallet pretty easily. Wow, you really do have green clothes and a strange-shaped hat. You're Kevin, aren't you? Oh, me? I'm an attendant to the Great Sky Spirit, Valoo. My name is Medley. Well, to tell the truth, I'm not an attendant quite yet. I'm actually still studying to be one. Oh, what am I thinking? Here, this is from the Chieftain. Kevin, he wants to give you this... He wants you to give this directly to Prince Komali. You accepted Father's letter. It's a letter from a father just to his son. Yep. And I know how to use a delivery bag. Blah, 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 blah. The room way in the back on the first floor is Prince Komali's room. You have to go down a couple steps to get there. When you meet Prince Komali, please don't get offended by his manner. He really likes to rub balls. I have a small favor I'd like to ask of you. Could you please come to the entrance of Dragon Roost Cavern later? I'll explain everything then. Okay, but I just met you. So now we're gonna head down here into Prince Komali's room. Just go into your delivery bag. And it's the same as the spoils. Nope, that's not your delivery bag. You will not give him bait. He's not a fish. And you can get it the same way that you would get something from your spoils bag. I don't think we have anything on our spoils bag yet, though. There he is. Little bitch. Oh, we do. We got one joy pendant. I don't remember where we got that. Maybe it was in like a treasure chest or something. Huh? Who are you supposed to be? So you gotta show him this letter. A letter? From my father? Dear son, you're a bitch. Love, Dad. Oh, sure. Telling me to be brave is easy enough for him. It's not like he's the one who went through that horrible experience. It's not like he still has to go and get a scale from Valoo. You're in this letter too, you know. Poking your nose in other people's business. You're nosy, aren't you? Sorry, but I really don't feel like going to see Valoo right now. I mean, how am I supposed to get a scale from him when he's so upset? What? Are you trying to say you can calm Valoo down? That's just a big fat lie. It's easy to say you can do anything. Bragging doesn't cost a thing. I'll tell you what, if you can find me someone who can get past all the obstacles on Dragon Roost to get to Valoo, then I'll listen to anything you say. I'm just gonna sit here and rub my ball all day. That's fine. You can do that. So Prince Komala is a little bitch. Not a big fan of him. And once you do that, you can go and meet Medley, which is right in that room over here. And now we're finally going to be entering our first dungeon. So take note of those dead plants. We'll be revisiting them in a second. But first, we need to help Medley out a little bit. Hey, you actually came. I'm really sorry for bringing you to such a dangerous place. I had to. I wouldn't have asked if I didn't need help desperately. You see this place? There used to be a spring here, surrounded by a beautiful pond. It was peaceful and lovely. But then the great Valoo, he became so angry, and in his rage, he shook the mountain, and this boulder crashed down, plugging the spring. You can see the result. Oh, but where's my mind? Tell me, how is Prince Komali? Oh, that doesn't sound right. Not at all. I may be partially to blame for the bad turn that Prince Komali's taken. See, Prince Komali's grandmother was the great Valoo's former attendant. She was an amazing woman. I was honored to have her as my teacher. She was kind and brave and unsurpassed in her dealings with the great Valoo. I'm not yet worthy of being mentioned in the same breath as her. If only I'd possessed some of her strength, I'm sure Prince Komali would have felt more secure. Kevin, I'm sorry to ask this, but I need your help. I want to go to the small shrine that's near the peak of Dragon Roost, but that ledge over there is so high. If I could get some wind under my wings, I'm sure I could get up there. So, will you help me? Sure. Can't you just fly? Face that ledge and toss me. The atmospheric currents are really messed up, so pay close attention to the direction of the wind. Alright, I'm ready. Don't hold back now. Throw me as hard as you can. Throw you as hard as I can. Well, it had to be done. And I'm sure it'll be done plenty more later on in the game. Because this won't be the only time you have to pick her up and catch her. Or pick her up and throw her. So it's kind of like Princess Rudo in Ocarina of Time. How she like sits down and you have to pick her up. But if you watch the debris floating around, you can see which way the wind is blowing. You just have to wait for it to go towards that ledge up there. You should be good. Just, you gotta stand up here on this little perch. There we go. Oh, thank you. I think now I'll be able to climb Dragon Roost and meet with the great Valoo. I don't think so. I may be just an apprenticed attendant, but I can understand some of the great Valoo's language. Not exactly bursting with confidence, but look, if anything happens to me, please look after Prince Komali. This is all I have to give you. I know it's not much, but please take it. Wow, thanks. An empty bottle. That's really nice. Like you just had a drink of something and just gave me the empty can to throw out for you. Well, good luck to both of us. Alright, Medley. See you when you get imprisoned, and give me the grappling hook, and bye. Spoilers. No, what am I doing? I'm silly. So, now that we got this lovely empty bottle that normally wouldn't be worth shit in the real world, we can get some lovely, dirty spring water. I would love to drink that. It looks very healthy to pour on plants and all sorts of vegetation. And now we're going to climb back up here to those aforementioned dead plants and just pour some water on them, and they grow instantly. So now just drop a bomb, or throw a bomb I should say, onto this lovely boulder. It's not just a boulder, it's a rock. And that will fill up the whole spring with even more lovely, clean looking water that I would love to water my garden with. Now we can swim across that broken ladder over there and finally get to our first dungeon. Except we can't, because we have a really, really dumb puzzle ahead of us. In fact, this may be the hardest puzzle in the entire game. I'm not a big fan of this puzzle, as you can clearly tell. So much falling into the lava. So much blowing myself up. Alright, it's going good so far. You just gotta throw little bombs into the pots and just get on with your life. Just do it. Don't mess up. This is not one of my favorite puzzles in the whole game. I don't like it. Oh no! See, this is what I tell you. I told you. You don't blow yourself up and get yourself in the lava. Hardest puzzle in the game. I'm telling you right now. You know, reflecting light in the Earth Temple, not so bad. All those wind puzzles or whatever in the Wind Temple, not so bad. Can't even remember any of those puzzles, but I'm assuming they're there. But this one is a bitch, I'm telling you right now. Getting that bomb in that pot will be the hardest thing that you'll do in this game. Alright, there we go. I'm so relieved to have the hardest part of this game out of the way so early. And now we can finally get into our first dungeon. I don't know how far I'm going to go into this dungeon, because it's kind of late episode-ish, and I don't want to make all my episodes really long. But I'll start. Starts off with a very easy block puzzle here. Very simple. The green one you cannot move. There's rocks there blocking it or holding it in place or whatever. And then we got some, I'm not sure what they're called, but Boko Boblins? I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. But you see so many of them in this game. And they're actually pretty important enemies because they drop the Joy Pendant. And the Joy Pendant is probably one of the most important spoils in the entire game. So if you see one of these guys, I would definitely at least try to fight them. Even though they didn't drop any Joy Pendants. Usually they do. And there's a way that we can guarantee we'll get a Joy Pendant that we will get later on in this dungeon. Which I've kind of already spoiled, sort of. So just pick up their lit torches and light up those torches. And you can grab this key right here. Our first small key. This is such a great memory. We should write it down in Link's logbook. And I'm breaking all these pots and I'm not getting shit for it. Alright, screw those pots. Thinking about it now, I don't think there was a single torch-type puzzle in all of Skyward Sword, which is kind of weird because those puzzles always show up in the Zelda games. They're like a staple in the series. So there weren't any Deku sticks or any of that, to my memory. So that's pretty interesting. And here are those keys that I love so much. These aren't so bad. It's when you get the ice keys. The ice keys are really annoying. And the fire ones can be pretty annoying too when you have a wooden shield. But I don't think this shield can burn up. So I think we're good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't get a replacement shield anywhere. So I hope this shield doesn't ever burn up. But I'm like 100% sure it doesn't. So these are water pot things, and clearly, by the rules of science, if you just pour a little water onto the lava, it'll make a solid platform for you to walk on. It'll be completely safe and cool down instantly. And if you do that, you get a map, which is pretty useful to have, I guess. I don't know, the dungeons in this game usually aren't that bad in the beginning. Like, you probably won't ever look at it in this dungeon. Maybe in the Wind Temple. A little confusing sometimes to navigate. Especially if you stop halfway through and then wait a year and then continue playing. Paper Mario guy. Sorry. Getting a cold in the middle of summer. Which actually isn't that outlandish or ridiculous. I usually do get a cold, like when it starts to get warm for whatever reason. I don't know why. But this is red shoe jelly from the Red Choo Choos. And if you pick up a shitload of this stuff and you go to that one shop on Outset, you can get a red potion. And the same thing with green shoe jelly. Oh, ho ho! Your sword is more impressive than mine. You could break through wood. So we're gonna take advantage. Oh, yep. See, I told you. Joy pendant. And I don't think they make you sit through the cutscene every time you turn the game off, because it didn't make me sit through that cutscene, which is actually a step up from Skyward Sword. So annoying. Every time you turn off Skyward Sword and get a spoil that you've already gotten, or whatever they're called in that game, shows you this big ass cutscene of you getting the item, and then it even shows you like getting it on the pause screen. Alright, that guy didn't drop jelly, I guess. It's really annoying. Another small key. It really sucks. We have a full wallet already. So if we happen to pick up any rupees, it's not like we can even really get anything. And I don't think we're gonna have a bigger wallet for quite some time. Not at least until we beat the first two dungeons, I think. So it's kind of lame. Still quite a ways away. And now we just have to set this bomb on fire. Or at least ignite it. Do we have to throw that rock at it? There's got to be an easier way to do this. Apparently not. Alright, well, let's throw it at the bomb. Okay. Could have sworn there was an easier way to do this, but maybe not. Alright, I'll get it. I only have one chance. If I don't get this, I have to kill myself. I mean, not really, but... I don't know, I feel like there's definitely another way to do this, but... Yep. I am a rock-throwing champion. If you really think about how close Link is getting to those bombs, you really should not have any excuse to be missing them with that giant-ass rock. I mean, it's not giant, but it's still pretty big. And that'll loop us back around over here. Don't know why I'm even bothering to break all these skulls. There's literally nothing I can get from them. Full wallet, full health. That's pretty important. Remember that. I mean, it's optional. And I think it gives you a treasure chart for a heart piece. But we're going for all the heart pieces in this game, so it's going to be pretty important for us. That was our first item orb thing. I don't really know what they're called, but they change colors. And I think depending on what color it is when you break it, certain items will come out, like rupees when it's green, and health when it's red, and spoils when it's orange, I guess. I'm not really sure what the colors are, to be honest with you, but I'm pretty sure that what comes out is affected by what color it is when you break it. So another little torch type puzzle thing, and we gotta switch. Forget what I was saying before, but Something semi-important. Whatever. Oh, yeah. About completion. Because I don't know if I talked about that. Oh. Let's not get knocked off this bridge by this pussy ass. Don't even know its name. Wow. That was a pretty long fall. That was a terrible imitation, but you know. Don't want to get hit by boiling hot lava, so let's just wait. Such a great sound. But anyway, I'm gonna try to get 100% in this game. Probably not gonna get every single. Well, I'm definitely not gonna get every single treasure chart or any of that stuff. But I'm gonna get the important ones. Bye bye feather. I'm gonna get everything I need to get all the heart pieces and all the upgrades and all that stuff. All the important stuff. But any optional treasure charts that have like rupees or whatever, probably not going to get all those. Mainly because I don't know where they all are. Very rarely do I bother to get 100%. So I really just know like the basics, like all the heart pieces and stuff like that. But for that puzzle, you just need to kind of get close to the edge so you're hanging off, and then just kind of move along that way. And then we can blow up another boulder. Boulder cruelty in this episode. And wow, this episode's actually been kind of going on for a while. Oh yeah, I should definitely end this episode. I am sorry. Next episode will not be this long. So I am Shady Productions. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.